seconds. Press the attack, which I think is good to throw on like tanky frontliners. Razor qualifies.
Sure.
You imagine press the attacking the Razor, Sun Rain behind him. He's going to be a very strong tower sieger and difficult to burst. Aside from that, there's not like a big illusion or creep army to clear, so I don't really see overwhelming. Yeah, beyond that, I'm not entirely sure. This is a new look for OG. This is not go-to type of setup for them by any means.
Oh boy, I just remembered that I gotta change all the camera settings on mine.
You can do it, Mott.
Yeah, we got some time anyways, but yeah, I think so far this
is happening, Mott. The international is happening. We are surrounded by other casters. Right, Obi-Wan and Merlini behind us. A bunch of very excited, very loud, rowdy Russians.
That's right.
Can feel the energy already, and there's no crowd. The crowd is the purest of Dota fan.
Yeah, I mean, it's
the commentators.
This is where it's this is where it all starts. I mean, this is where it begins. You have some of the best teams in the world going toe to toe. So let's have a good time.
Some of the best, Mott, the best.
We'll see how it goes.
Except no substitute.
I mean, all right, we got predictions now, LD. Let's see what we got going on here.
I just closed them right away.
All right, well then we're not.
Player who gets the longest kill streak. I feel like just by default, this has to be Miracle.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Even though I don't necessarily think his hero will have the longest kill streak, but I'm gonna go Miracle anyway.
First tower kill is, I think, actually LGD. Honestly, I think they have a better early game tower pushing with Jug and the healing ward. Maybe not though.
Neither team's very good at killing towers. Yeah, but that's fine. We can go with LGD.
Okay.
Number of Ancient Camps stacked by 30 minutes. Neither of these teams really clear that many Ancients. I'm going to say LGD. They're more of the farming draft, so...
Okay.
Or no, sorry, that's not a team. 11 to 15.
Yeah, I'm down for the...
I think 6 to 10. I think it's pretty low.
Okay.
And then player with the most kills at 10 minutes. I think our boy Razor, no tell.
I'm down with that as well.
Okay.
We'll see how things change and how things turn out. OG's looking to contest the top rune at this point in time. They got an early ward down here across the river. It's not been scouted out by the Radiant team either. So top rune spot is going to be covered by OG. Bottom will be taken by LGD. No surprises there. Maybe he's got the poor man's shield. He's got the Fairy Fire 1 Tango shared, so he is going to be going the mid Juggernaut most certainly, I believe. And then the bottom lane is an aggressive Morphling and one of his tried and true heroes. This is a hero that did a lot of work for him in the last TI and just in general as well. So we'll see how the Morphling plays out. Percent aggressive.
Yeah, so very interesting early smoke play by Xiao8, where they did the spawn, smoke your whole team, TP top. Then he kind of wormed his way through the trees here. He ended up dropping a sentry eventually, and he snuck all the way up. Ate just the one tree, so he's cleared a little, kind of demon-esque juke path for himself. Should be interesting to see how he takes advantage of that later on, but I think was expecting a ward to be there. As there was, in fact, just the sentry planted down. Fly early on trying to do some zoning, but you can see Xiao8 getting to work on the Phoenix. And LGD are going to be running the Ogre mid, so some pressure on No-Tail.
Early. Top lane?
Here. Oh, they are going to go, Xiao8.
Yeah, I missed it. You have to hit that, I think, and even then, Fly's taking a lot of damage from this Impale. He needs to be careful, and...
It's hard to kill Nyx at this stage, especially with moves.
Yeah.
But more of a... and with a Legion in the lane, not particularly strong, but more zoning for them is Banana can come back in mid. He gets the club to No-Tail, so look at the lane setup here. Razor generally excels against melee heroes, but top lane, Xiao8 in a lot of trouble. He lobbed out the stun. They're going to look to run him down. Miracles secures the last hit with the overwhelming odds.
That's it. This time you hit the you have to hit the rolling boulder, and I'm almost certain they did. Fly comes in with an Icarus dive. You have double slow. You have your Orb of Venom, and then you have plenty of damage coming out with Miracle. Unfortunately, the Nyx Assassin, he doesn't have like that poor man shield that we're used to seeing sometimes on this offlane Nyx, so something to keep in mind.
And they're going in again. Xiao8, he gets clipped there by the boulder. The stun forced out, and it's only on one. So
he's going to get mana burn,
his customary early impact on the Earth Spirit.
Yeah, he's going in, but that's about... I mean, he's right now just trying to zone on his own. He knows that the Fly Phoenix is not particularly in range to go for a kill, but he's just trying to zone him out, make sure he doesn't get any experience. But elsewhere, what's going on in the, let's say, mid lane and the bottom lane? It looks like there's 9 last hits for No-Tail, currently tied with the Juggernaut. That rolling boulder again, top lane. They're going to find Xiao, and he's body blocking beautifully by Crit. Can they get this done? They have another Icarus dive ready to go. No spike carapace, they're going to use it.
Moon is eating the Ogre Club. Another Ignite comes out. It looks like Xiao is also
One more right click. He tangos up. They have a rolling boulder. They got it.
But Moon will fall. The boulder off the mark, and that base HP regen saves the day. Make it 1-1 here. Almost 1-2. LGD. They salvage him on.
That was close to being real bad.
If that boulder hits, Xiao is dead. So that's the back and forth exchange overall. Still, though, looking at the levels here, Xiao only level 2 on the next Moon level 3 and change, and Batrider is just the better hero at farming the jungle in general. You can already see Crit looking to stack it up a bit. So I'm favoring as far as the two offlaners go, definitely favoring OG right now and the start they've had. And good news is that they can give that bottom lane potentially to a support. Just look to get some extra experience there. See Banana Romian to stop it.
How is the bottom lane going? Aggressive currently is getting what we'll call free farm at this point. There's no contention coming out, just straight up pulling. So MMY Momo Ya is going to have a pretty good time just getting experience and having maybe a rotation or two for himself. But right now, that's what Banana is going to try to accomplish in that mid lane. But there's a static link coming out, no tail to steal the damage. It's 56 going his way with level 2 static link now leveled up.
Good luck class hitting.
Yeah, that's impossible.
That's an infinite right click right there. Yeah, generally you don't run into hit Razor when he static links you as a melee hero, but maybe it was you know what? I'm losing all my damage anyway. I'm gonna get a little vengeance while I can.
All right, that was interesting.
We just had some mood lighting.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say. Good sentry down in this bottom lane. He actually is able to deny that or take down that blocked camp ward.
So overall, looking at the way the game's developing here, you see all 3 cores farming well on OG, only 2 farming well on LGD, but they're pretty hard carries in the Juggernaut and the Morph lane.
That plasma field didn't do enough to get the job done. It is again only level 1, but yeah, you mentioned it, 120. Banana was.
I mean, you're trying to zone a Razor with a Juggernaut and an Ogre. That just does not work once the static link gets this leveled up.
Yeah, that was spooky. No boots and only a wooden lace for the Ogre, and thank God for it. One of the best items. He's going to static link again. He's just going to right click maybe, and if he had any more range or move speed, he'd be able to chase him down and probably kill him underneath that tower. But no such luck. So a pretty.
Oh God. Yeah, I mean, as expected, Razor is going to crush Juggernaut 1v1. He was CSing okay early on, now he's down to 12 CS.
Wow, yeah, that turned bad quickly.
They were even at first, but now maybe just not able to keep up after the repeated static link damage being fed to Razor as the static link gets leveled up. And the big concern here for me, Ma, and we talked about it a bit in the draft, though I know the stream went down for a moment there, but is Xiao needs to be the tempo controller with this lineup. After the laning stage, there's no one else who can go around for the kills, and he's not getting his levels in the offlane.
This might be a bit too aggressive from No-Tail. They're wrapping around for the gank. This is a long gank they're going to go for with the Shadow Demon popping the disruption. There's the Bloodlust to place through there. It's coming in, and No-Tail will actually turn this around, but more coming in. Looks like that'll be it. Plasma Field won't hit on Maybe. And he just survives, and they have a Submarine there as well to help out on top, so.
I don't think you start that gank off with a disruption. That just gives OG more time to reinforce.
Yeah, true. Very true.
There's no Soul Catcher on the Shadow Demon is the other issue here, but in that case, I think you just immediately ignite and just start hitting him, to be honest. It's just not a very strong gank. They don't have the stun on Ogre yet, no Fire Blast skilled up. Generally, this is the Ogre build we see, just going for the max ignite as quickly as possible. But doesn't allow for much kill potential and No-Tail.
I'm trying to think. The Soul Catcher not being skilled up by MMY, it's not going to matter that much. He's probably going to get at this level, but I'm surprised he went for the 2 poison instead. I feel like Soul Catcher is one of the best value points of the game. 20% bonus damage is very strong.
You definitely get it at level 4. You at least want that one value.
Exactly. And we'll probably see him grab it here in a moment with be getting experience soon. So right now you have 2 lanes that are essentially being won by OG, which is kind of how we thought this would go with the Razor in the mid lane currently and Miracle free farming in the top lane. But aggressive again, he's doing pretty well down bottom as the Morph lane, getting free farm, no one's ganking him. We're kind of waiting for that first big rotation, I feel like, LD. It's that first big gank that we're waiting for. Like you said, the tempo controller from Xiao, the Nyx Assassin, he's got to get something done, but he's on level 4 right now. But that rider for OG, level 6, so Moon doing very well, and of course farming the jungle.
Yeah, the hero that could potentially move around far as cores go, is actually Miracle and the Legion Commander. If they either want to bring the Earth Spirit to his lane, or potentially have him rotate, he's going to get his armlet soon, and you want that dual snowball to start as early as
You're not kidding. Soon is he's literally 400 gold away from it, and then he's going to have his armlet at Bay's armlet, quelling Dow Shield, and he's fine.
Make no mistake about it, if Legion gets fed, Legion head narrow. This hero is not a traditional hard carry by any means. He doesn't farm all that quickly, but he can farm heroes. It's kind of like a Pudge, but with much more scaling.
Yeah, if you farm heroes as a Legion Commander, then the other team is in a lot of trouble. That's probably going to end up being like 100 damage or something if he's able to get off to a good start.
Maybe is so sad right now. I feel your pain, maybe. You're a great mid player.
He just doesn't...
This is just not a winnable matchup.
No, it's just a great pick, honestly, from OG.
And MY moving in top and just kind of watching the Legion trot away. That is not really a hero you want to be diving for a kill, especially not now that the armlet's about to come out.
He did pick up Soul Catcher, so question answer. Vision around mid lane will show that crit has been spotted, probably, I believe, by this Radiant. There's a ward, in fact, he has. And there's two on the river, but now top lane disruptions being set up. TP's in.
Soul Catcher. I like this. If you're going to go for Miracle, you need him.
Blade Fury comes out and he's done. They, like you said, they sent 4. They sent the entire team pretty much up there. They sent the house, and they get the kill, and that's an important kill as well. The net worth that you're getting from that is a lot. So it's a very solid pickup, and OG now to make a decision whether or not they want to defend this tier 1 tower top lane.
So aggressive. I love this move by him. He recognizes my team just ganked top. We don't have anyone mid anymore, so I can farm that lane. And also OG are off the map, so very likely they're invading our jungle. Let me dodge the gank, not get picked up. We'll go for a tier 1 in the enemy safe lane. Sure, we may lose our tower bottom, but it'll be a trade then. Rather than a carry trade, it's just a tower trade with LGD getting the kill advantage. But OG... Oh, they want to defend this top lane.
Right.
No Tail is the scariest hero on the map right now, and he's going to haste through.
They're going to go right now. Miracle will go first overall. He's got the duel ready. Plus the armlet. There's the disruption. They need a rolling boulder. They have to stack. Golden Smash is coming through. They won't even go for Banana. They'll take down the Shadow Demon first. Maybe getting over to the tower. No Tail will decide against it, and everyone else has TP'd away. So it's only going to be that Shadow Demon kill. Well, aggressive is still getting farm mid.
Yeah, you're trading aggressive farm for moon farm. You get the support kill, but it's not a dual win, and you send 4 heroes for it. So I still think this is a victory for LGD, but what I think OG should do here is push, because they have stun right now. They've got a very tanky frontliner in the Legion Commander, a decent damage dealer in the Razor. And LGD, they don't have the best D push until that Shadow Poison hits 3. It's very hard to fight this as Miracle lays into the tower mod. It's gonna drop.
See if they can get a deny. Here comes MMY. Good try, no such luck though, and he will be able to just back away with the rest of his team. And, well, looking at it right now, it's going to be LGD picking up the first tower, and it's tier 1 mid. Very important in comparison to that tower in the top lane. It's an off-lane tower, and tier 1 at that. It's not particularly useful. Down bottom aggressive doing the same. No kill will TP in, no way of ganking aggressive without any real disable here, but he is in fact the Morphling, top of the net worth right now, LD, but then again, the next 3 are going to be on the side of OG.
It's a really good Morphling game though. Like, look at OG's draft. They have no reliable silences, only the Earth Spirit. You do have long duration lockdown in terms of the duel and the lasso, but it's not the easiest to get off on the Morphling. And you imagine this game going later, even if you get a duel, he's likely to be disrupted as they make the move on No Tail.
Disruption will start things off. The Shadow Wars next. They're going to come in Fire Blast, and No Tail is held up and dead. Again, it's another 4-hero gank at this point. Actually, it was 5 heroes at the tail end of it, so...
They're just 5-manning everywhere, but OG... They want to do the same thing. They're coming in 4v5.
This is dangerous,
nice
though.
Scouting here with the replicate. Will it be good enough? Now he does get off the characters.
Yeah, but he gets last, so it's still getting brought to the low ground. Good silence, but they need to leave. I think your pushback will come through. Overwhelming odds does more than enough damage to nuke down that poor Nyx assassin. So even 4v5, they still actually gain somewhat I would call even trade, although it is, of course, No Tail going down on that Razor instead of your offlane hero.
OG are much stronger than LGD right now, and that's why you see LGD, when they go for a kill, like, yeah, it's a solitary Legion commander, they send 4 heroes, because they know the Legion's very difficult to burst. If it turns into a 3v3 or 4v4, they're going to lose that fight, so they have to quickly find the kill. When they go bottom lane, they send 5 heroes, because they know they have to kill someone and get out. And as soon as they see OG rotate bottom, they send 5 to the other side of the map. They're going to play keep away mod, they're not going to try to take that on fight. Not at this stage of the game. When Morphling gets his Linked Sphere, when the Juggernaut starts to get his items, perhaps when the Bloodlust is, or sorry, the Ignite and the Bloodlust are maxed out, then maybe we see LGD engage more, but it's a long way off before they feel confident in their 5v5.
Well, I think the big thing was, again, Navi was getting crushed early game, but this time he's starting to come back around, and net worth-wise, he's 4th at this point, actually ahead of the Bat Rider, who had a plenty, you know, pretty good jungle, all things considered. Plenty of stacks going his way, obviously. He's got his Blink Dagger now, but 4 maybe at this point. FaZe, Poor Man's Shield, Aquila, 1,000 gold. We're waiting for that first item like you talked about, and then LGD will feel more confident. But what did OG do in the meantime? What did they go for?
Get a Blink or maybe a Shadow Blade on Miracle. I think that's the key. And then you have to start finding dual kills. Like, he's gone for the Armlet. This is a fighting item. Yes, it does help your farm to some extent, as it gives you a lot of bonus damage and regen, but it's not like the greediest of items by any means. This is an item meant to find kills. So either finding duels or at the very least taking objectives if LGD refuse to fight. And I like this by OG. They move onto the mid lane, and they are going to look for a tier 1 tower.
Xiaowei has scouted out the fact that 3 heroes were going into that entrance to the jungle, so they might just give up this tier 1 tower. I wouldn't be surprised. They'll lasso up the illusion. The replicant now is actually...
And he comes in and
jumps in.
says, hey guys, this is the real me.
He actually is trolling.
How do you like me now?
In the jungle, Crit was being scattered by Xiaowei Banana. We'll see if they can take that tier 1 tower. The Glyph will go. More TP's coming through. They do see that Navi is down bottom, so it's 4 versus 5 at this point. They have that new limited blink, as you talked about, for Miracle ready to go, or at least it's flying out right now.
Great use of the replicant in mid lane. I saw it moving around. I'm like, oh, it's not a real hero. We don't have to focus on it. And then, of course, the last one comes out. And they're also just doing a good job at dodging these OG fights. But as I say that, the fight will break out aggressive straight onto the egg. He wants to roll down, but he gets sold into 9 by Miracle. What a play.
Not only that, the magnetizes up the Sunray back again, and MMY getting dove, trying to disrupt himself. No such luck as Fly will find himself the double. That was a sick duel coming out from Miracle to make sure he saves his teammates. Dr. Christmas was going to work.
He was going to kill that egg so fast, too. I'm like, wait a second, why is it not dying?
Yeah.
Why is it not dying? 9K of a martyr says why. That was very well played.
He just got that Blink Dagger, too. It was literally... Oh, no kill in trouble. It looks like he might be caught, but Xiaowei can't get it done. There's help with Flying and company, not to mention the win license. Of course, wand charges for no tail.
If you kill the egg that quickly, I still think LGD will have to disengage because the Legion was full HP, hits really hard, but at the very least you can have an even trade or just get a kill and back out. But fight going the way it did, suddenly the Razors just dishing out all kinds of damage. The Phoenix is able to get off a fresh Sunray, which nets them a 2nd kill on the Shadow Demon. Big win there for OG.
Yeah, that's honestly...
Still, strategically, I like the way LGD is playing this. Overall, they are constantly split pushing. They are trying their best to waste OG's time. They know that they have a Morphling and a Juggernaut, which are harder carries in a vacuum than a Legion and a Razor. And eventually, Static Link isn't that effective if you're even on farm against a harder carry late game, because by the time you can steal his damage, you're already basically dead. They'll just dish it out faster. So, it's a great fight by OG. I'm still not too comfortable in their shoes. They need to keep the pressure up.
Yeah, and they're doing just that. They're coming down to the bottom lane. No Radiance or Ward. They used to scam, was not actually successful in finding anything. There's a Sentry in lane, so if Xiaowei comes in with the... Actually, I think they were going for him. She crit, goes in with the Rolling Boulder. Xiaowei is going to dodge the game. They find MMY instead. He'll be the target. A duel comes through, and that's another win for Miracle. At this time, he's level 2. He gets the 14 damage going his way.
Yeah, normally it's like, oh, well, we lost the Shadow Demon, but when you're losing him to a duel, that is actually a costly death. They will add up on.
So I agreed with you about OG. They somehow took a 3 for nothing, and they're still only, a couple, 2,000 ahead at this point. A very small advantage, and I think that's LGD putting a lot of pressure on the map, taking towers. They know that Roach is going on, so what's their option? Head to the top tier 2 and take it. And
it's going to be a race, right? OG will be looking at the siege behind the Legion Commander. They'll get to press the attack with Sunray, so you can leave the Armlet on, tank, be in the front line, and siege objectives. LGD, they'll be playing, as you pointed out, the trade game. They'll be looking to avoid fights, to split push as much as possible. And the question becomes, A, can they do it in a polished way, where they limit any sort of kills or free duel victories for OG? And B, how fast can OG force them back? Like, how quickly can they take time? They still have to clear out tier 2. A bit of a ways off for me before they can actually breach the space.
Yeah, I mean, both teams for that matter. And
but LGD are fine with that, right? Like, they're going for the late game. They have a Shadow Demon Morphling.
They're going Battle Fury for the Juggernaut, and they really are going for late game. Maybe he's decided that just because I had a bad early game doesn't mean I can't go Battle Fury, and in fact, he's very close. He just needs a Void Stone, and then he's got it. So he'll have that Battle Fury soon. Meanwhile, the Morphling Blink Sphere was just completed for Aggressive. This is a very good position to be in for LGD and for OG. They've got to find a way to put the pedal to the metal, as we've talked about so far.
And you can see OG also laying their game plan on the table. Pipe picked up by Notel. We're not seeing an Aghanim Scepter. We're not seeing, your old school Sanjin Yasha. Not even a BKB. This is a extremely team-oriented item that clearly shows the game plan. They want to push. They want a 5-man. They want to force LGD to come and defend.
There's a TP away or get out, I believe, by the Morphling as he was getting, I wouldn't say ganked, but there was a wild miracle going his way. And OG will smoke up together and head towards what seems to be, looks like they're going bottom, or at least towards the other side of the river.
Well, they're going to make their move now in the mid lane, but Aggressive with a Lincoln Sphere is a very tough kill. They do have a 4-step to break this Lincoln. So it's a possible kill Moth, but it's not an easy one. And now he finds a Hadester and he walks right by it. Will maybe get it.
They maybe instead they say, screw it, we'll get the kill that we certainly can. Oh, they have to right click him. Okay, that was almost bad. Fly takes care of it. That could have been a lot worse. They were looking for more. They had eyes on 2 instead of just the 1, and that almost cost them the kill with Fly getting the last hit, but they were successful. That was a bit scary there for OG.
Yeah, I think they forgot to collect their free bounty.
Yes.
Nice pick off for OG. Does not transition them into a push, though. They're not able to threaten a tier 2 on the back of that, but they will grab the gem for Moon now, so they are looking to occupy the enemy jungle, turn this into a 2v5 style game where, none of these supports are able to leave the base, get much farm on even like the all-play Nyx Assassin, who is struggling a bit as far as that goes.
He's gonna have his Blink Suit. Miracle mid lane, replicate out. He's just gonna pop the armlet. That was kind of at a dangerous time, but he's fine, I suppose. And he's looking for maybe another engagement. TP's coming in mid. Blink Tool's ready, maybe.
Well, they have the gem now, shall we? He didn't know about it. He's gonna get caught out cold. Magnetized. Didn't leave.
It's another duel for Miracle. It looks like they're gonna back up. I thought they might be looking for more. Again, Miracle has that Aegis. His Sanj is done, but he has no room for it for the time being unless he sells his wand. But that's a very good pick. They now should know the gem is up, and so Nyx Assassin, and he was so close to his Blink too. He had 2,000 some odd gold. Now he's down to 1,900. A critical pickup for OG. It's gonna make him struggle a bit more after already having kind of a rough start to begin with. So it's tough for OG.
And 2 minutes still to go on that Aegis mod, so they will be looking to push here. They bring Miracle up to the front lines. Always have to be careful about the Shadow Poison stacking up too much, but that's where the Sun Ray comes in handy. Just don't want to armlet toggle at the wrong time, and then suddenly Shadow Demon pops that poison and blows you up. But it's very much clear what the dynamic of this game will be. LGD will be split pushing, they will be stalling, and OG, they'll be, dare I say it, dare I use the word, death falling.
Oh yeah.
How the times have changed since the old days when Banana was on the other side of the netball.
Yeah, brings us back to TI4. Banana having a pretty solid game, playing support Ogre. I mean, it's not particularly hard to play this game, but bottom lane TP's in. Looks like they were looking for the Morphling, but he is able to replicate out. Miracle constantly sitting at 100 some odd HP. A dangerous spot to be in, but he feels good about it nonetheless. And back to farming, I guess we go, LDs.
Yeah, OG, still no Midas on Fly here. Crit, imagine the Blink Dagger about to be picked up.
Yeah, I think so.
But their supports really aren't farming better. And LGD have done a good job at just splitting the map. And I think part of that is the Nyx effect where, sure, Xiao 8 isn't farming that well, but the fact that there's a Nyx in the game means you have to waste money on a gem, you have to buy sentries, you have to buy dust, and you have to be worried about getting ganked, so you play more defensively, as there will be a rumble over the Ancient Stack one. LGD dare contest.
The lasso, they're going to bring him in wide to the other side of the ravine. He does disrupt himself and gives time for the team to come through, but there's the duel. Miracle just pops his R button. Hits him once and
I'll
that's
take
it.
that, thank you very much.
Exactly.
52 damage.
Not only that, they will get the safety stick. There's no contention coming down for LGD. I feel like this is one of, I wouldn't say the biggest mistakes they made, but this is one of the biggest problems for LGD this game. This is a very big stack, and now it does look like they are setting up themselves for a contention. Aegis
marches in, no. And No-Tail's slightly out of position here, but he's got the pipe. He is deceptively tanky. And right at that moment, he pops his regen. Now he's healthy.
That replicate's still up for 31 seconds. Static Link is giving him so much damage for no tail.
It's just the sucky lineup. You know, whether it's the Razor Static Linking you, the Legion dueling you, OG likes to steal.
Banana out of position, getting caught on Crit jumps in with a Blink Dagger, Boulder Smash. With all that damage from no tail, and only has to hit him a couple of times. Waveform through, aggressive comes in, Crit slow. Banana's still alive, finally will fall, but there's going to be duel. Aggressive control, they have to put him on top, and it looks like he will go down.
Looking for more, they chase forward on the Xiaowei. 3 hits the deck, a triple kill for none other than Big Daddy No Tail himself. And now OG look to push.
And this is where it starts getting very tough, because you have to think about buying back here for this morph lane, because no one else has it. It's going to be tough for them. We'll see how things turn here in the next couple of moments, but unless they lose a tier 3 tower, perhaps more with no Grup available, his buyback might have to come soon. Maybe he's still farming away in the jungle up top, so...
Little surprised LGD tried so hard to contest their AD. Also, I mean, not surprised they're stacking them, but that's where they're just not recognizing how strong OG are at this point, and not really used to playing against these heroes. Morphling jumps in, overly confident that he can just fight, and though there's no duel, but the duel has an extremely low cooldown at this stage of the game. 50 seconds, and the fights just keep on raging on. So with that, OG find 2 duels back-to-back. They take the Ancient Stack, and they take the tower as well. LGD will defend the high ground. I think they really need to stick to the original game plan. They need to be playing keep away. They can take this late. They just have to be very disciplined about it. Run the Nyx around behind the carries looking for pickoffs, beware the gem, try to deward the map as much as possible. But coming to a 5v5 brawl, that's where OG are at their strongest.
Exactly, and I was surprised. I think LGD are very, I don't want to say lucky, but fortunate that they're able to defend that Rax without having to buy back in the morph lane. He was dead for 40 seconds, and they had the Nyx assassin come in, but it was just because OG were pretty much low on everyone.
Shotgun is such a key part of the game plan.
It is.
Granted, No Tail's not really an easy kill. I think Miracle's probably too tanky, but you have to be able to threaten for kills with the Nyx plus Morphling duo, or OG are just going to completely control the map and farm without fear. So having to buy back there means a very delayed shotgun, means no pressure on OG whatsoever.
It's not only the shotgun combo, but the amount of right-click damage you get as well. But look at this smoke gang coming in from OG. They're going to wrap around the river. This is, I feel like I've seen this type of smoke gang. It's the good old complexity wraparound, as people will call it. And we'll see how it works out.
The old
complexity, yes.
Fluff and stuff.
TI2 complexity.
Here we go.
Damage. Blaster comes out and wide spot. Here's the duel.
Nice double damage room, buddy, but the stun comes in from the Nyx. This disruption gets off by Immobilize, and then it's the outie slash will be submitted. It bounces back to Miracle. Then they focus him down. He's trying to harmless toggle, but he is denied. Still aggressive blow. In danger. Will he replicate out? He pops the ghost after they can focus him down, and then he jumps away. See you later, but Crimson comes back here with the boulder smash.
Not done yet. He has plenty of mana to work with, but he's got no agility left in the tank, and he will end up falling. He was looking so good with that DD, the Omni Slash maybe, but he's able to get out aggressive. Not so lucky. And now they finally will get that Midas for a fly, and well, more importantly, it's the Morphling kill again. Dead for the 3rd time this game.
A lot of deaths starting to rack up here for LGD, and until they get E-Blade, they don't have much kill potential. And even once they get Immod, you start giving up too many of those kills, suddenly Fly will have extra levels and items, now grabbing the Midas. The Earth Spirit of Crit gets tankier as he levels, and maybe you can't even kill a support. And then the lineup really has no ability to threaten and control the map.
Right.
I think they have to be cautious here. More patient, a little more disciplined, but you have to give credit to OG. They've done a good job at putting pressure on the map and forcing LGD to feel like, oh, we have to go and do something. We can't just give up an Ancient Stack. We can't just give up a Roshan. We can't just not even threaten tier 2s. We have to take objectives, and then OG pouts.
OG feeling confident. What's the network graph looking like right now? 7,500 actually is where they're sitting. Experience is the same, and so those items, they have that 1 to 1.5 item advantage coming through as LGD. They have picked up a Blink Dagger for maybe, but he's only sitting at Battle Fury and Yasha. I thought he was going to complete that, maybe get a Manta or something along those lines, but Blink just maybe to get out of a bad situation or be able to Blink it an Omni Slash, which he's not been able to do this entire game. I don't think he's really had... He's had one successful Omni Slash, and that's about it. So maybe he needs to just step his game up, because he's only involved in 2 kills. In fact, LGD as a whole, they have 4 kills, LD. It's not particularly great, and this is with a Nyx Assassin roaming.
I mean, they want the kill score to be low, I think, at this stage. It's just, to me, it's less, oh, they don't have that many kills, and more they've given up.
Bottom lane, Aggressive's gonna get lasted. There's the Firefly as well. Static Blade to get a replicate. I don't believe so. Strength more, but he's too far out of the position. No Scepter was able to, I guess, maneuver his way around, but or at least try to survive. The plasma field came in. It was plenty of magic damage already.
Had his replicate like just expired?
It must have. Either they.
It looks like it was right around the time when it expired.
Yeah, it was. It had either expired or they killed it. I think it was probably the former more so than the latter, but that's just the position that he needs to be aware of. Once his replicate is down and he doesn't have that ability to jump out, your Liquid Sphere will help you, but once that's gone, there's 4 heroes bringing you down.
The OG move into the Roshan pit now. Needing to give another Aegis either to Miracle or to No-Tail. No-Tail tanking up that I think Miracle likely the candidate.
I think so.
Let's see what his next item will be.
And there's the Shivas coming out as well for the raise at the top of that. Miracle got his help which is very good against some of these heroes.
The item pickups for OG are all very early to mid-game centric. Get an advantage now and continue to press that advantage and press that attack.
Which is how we thought they would play this game. I mean, it's just
it's the nature of the draft. You can't sit back and farm.
We're not. I mean, we shouldn't be shocked that OG have these really solid itemization choices. That's how it goes. They're just good enough to know what they need when they need it, and be able to push the tempo with set items at that point. So with this Aegis now, it's time to push out the waves. As you can see, top is pushed in a little bit, and group up and go for something, whether it's a smoker or something along those lines, LDA. I don't see them sitting back here for another 5 to 6 minutes.
Yeah, let's quickly review the items, see is there anything major that OG is looking for. Nothing on fly for a while
Rich
yet.
has got his Yules, I believe.
Rich got his Yules. AC coming next for the Legion Commander. Chief is grabbed by No-Tail. The big item I could see OG potentially waiting for before they attempt either a tier 2 push or a high ground siege is an AC. I think that's more if they want to go high ground. If they just want to take a tier 2, they can pretty much do that whenever. As OG, they scan and they have actually found someone of all the heroes to find mod. It's aggressive, the Radiant on the other side, LGD.
He's got his Ethereal Blade, but they are going the wrong direction.
Their scan was a swing and a miss, and yes, E-Blade is online.
OG, they hightailed it towards the secret shop. They thought LGD might know that OG are smoking, and perhaps they do, but LGD have gone a bit deeper into the lane and actually are standing behind the woods.
The map is. There is almost no vision for either team.
Yeah.
2 wards at the bottom side of the map for OG. They're going to get more vision on the Radiant jungle, but for LGD, the map 100% dark.
Yeah, that's one of the most sketchy situations you can be in. LGD have literally no vision except for what's going on with the creeps and where they are in particular. So they'll push with maybe, and this is one of the most dangerous things you can do is split push with no vision. But
anybody home? Anybody home?
It's time for them.
LGD, we're here for the party.
The blade has been picked up though for the jug. Maybe that's where it comes in. Nice and pale. Miracle can stun up no level 3 yet, but it's supposed to be attack.
Structures are almost dead here, Mod, though. They can't siege and wait forever. Miracle looking to take down the melee. The glyph pop is now over. It's the tier 3 claimed. OG are looking to get out and stun. Will it cancel any TPs? It doesn't even hit Miracle. But they purge No-Tail. They follow this up. And Aggressive working on the base trade. Will it be in time? Now trying to bring down the Bat Rider. He's TPing home. No-Tail turns the fight.
They're going to try to fight here mid lane. No-Tail alone doing some decent work to Banana. Meanwhile, back at the base, way pulled away. Really wants this melee racks, and he's about to find it. Can he get it done?
One more head.
And he gets it. Now the TP. Can he get home in time? They have no way of stopping it. He'll take it out. Back towards mid. 2 on the baby. He gets eviscerated. And they will head towards mid and finish off the melee for the range racks. Shawade has been deaded up, but
buyback here on the Juggernaut. OG can stick around. If they go for a second lane of racks and they see he's not buying back, they may realize he doesn't even have it. As Shawade whips his Vendetta auto attack, has to go for a but here we go.
No-Tail getting separated off the field. Overall, the guys doing significant damage to all of them. Some nice AoE work, and then the Sunray dude actually just killing Aggressive. Supernova on top, they're going to come through. Do they have Last Nova the Flamer to push it back? They can't let the Supernova go down. No stun will hit up. Another jump in. He's so good that he finds it. What a beautiful spirit. That was sick coming up the fly. He doesn't even care if he dies when he might not. Press the attack coming through. Shiva's Guard, MMY going to go down 4 dead. And it's all unraveling LGD losing so much in this last fight.
What a massacre by OG! It looked great for LGD. Again, like they take a melee Rex, They lose a melee Rex while OG is Aegis, while OG is much stronger in the fight. But then it all came apart. The Juggernaut chased too far. They're committing everything on a Razor that has a pipe, that has a Shiva's Guard, has even a Phoenix behind him, constantly sunraying him. He's not an easy takedown. And even if you kill him, you have to then deal with the Legion Commander. Juggernaut had Omni Slash, held onto it, and then right when he went to use it, Blink Duel by Miracle, and then it all just came apart. Great fight execution by OG, and it's really been the story of this game for me that LGD have taken fights when they needed to be more patient, needed to split push, needed to stall, and OG have been able to punch that.
I mean, this is just OG looking like OG. They're looking like a two-time major winning team at this point. They're playing well. Obviously, LGD, you could call maybe Banana his play, and of course him being with the team, maybe it's a bit tougher for LGD. But at this point, I think it just comes back to the draft and what OG needed to get done. LGD haven't been playing that bad. I mean, they split push, they got the melee racks with aggressive, but it's just they've been losing at too many of their cores. I think they've been dying too many times with maybe and aggressive going down.
I mean, that's really it for me. I don't feel like they got outdrafted. I actually think this draft could have been executed in a much more polished way, and maybe an aggressive. How many would you say? Probably like 3-4 avoidable deaths, costly deaths. That I mean, it's not just you lose this gold. You're not farming for a minute there, a minute and a half. Your team gets dewarded. You give up Roshan. You give Fly his Midas at a faster timing. It snowballs extremely hard, but had they been a little more disciplined, a little more patient, a little more careful, find themselves in a much different position.
Well, the kill score is the dream, and right now No-Tail has picked up his Eagle Song and looking to finish this game off at this point. It is going to be almost certainly...
I think you go B-Fly here.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, he could go Ethereal Blade, if you wanted to, but it's just a weird item on his Razor.
They creep in, Shao 8 in front, but there's the sentry, plants it down.
They should have a gem somewhere.
OG have the whole squad ready and death.
Moon was too far away with the gem.
With the BKB, there is really an undeniable lasso play. You can purge him, but you can't stop him from getting the lasso off.
I mean, he might have to use his force, though, but he's looking for it. There it goes. The duel will come out. They don't even need the force step coming through from him. And Preston will fall. He does have buyback, but it's not looking good. Disruption's down, Banana waits, and Banana might be next. Has to force himself away.
There's the buyback, but I'm not sure it's going to matter. Miracle just continues to rack up duel after duel after duel, and this Morphling of aggressive continues to run away.
The Omni Slash going in onto 2, doing some nice work. Miracle's low, but not low enough. Supernova meanwhile not getting taken down. Aggressive, getting focused by No-Tail. Good self-disruption that lets Waveform away. And he'll do just that, but still slowed down to a crawl. Finally getting mech'd up. Maybe back to the base. No-Tail might actually fall here. Misses the impale, but still, Shenway will get it done with the mana burn. He got very low in Miracle, also low as well.
That's a costly debt there. That's like 2,000 gold. Probably, but it was after the Morphly buyback, so it doesn't end up being that big of a win.
I think it's
still though, they're looking for more.
Moon's got no lasso back up, but they're going to jump in with maybe the Blade Securing Grit and triple rolling boulder, and he gets burst on top. Brent's still in a lot of trouble. They're going to have to Shadow Poison. Magnetize will go before his death. He actually gets the kill on Banana, and Moon, he'll have time to TP home. The Shadow Poison actually saw him, but he was able to get out in time. It's a nice kill. That is crit going down. Obviously, we talked about No-Tail, but again, like we talked about, it's after the buyback from the Morphling, which might be the biggest thing. And in fact, what's the buyback status in general for LGD? It's looking like they have just the Jug, I believe, and that's it. That's all they've got right now.
Let's see. Buyback. Yeah, it's just the Juggernaut. And they can ill afford the buyback at this point. LGD need new items. They need to continue ramping up Morphling and Juggernaut, especially. They basically have Disruption and they have a Nyx Stun and Bloodlust to throw on their heroes. The rest of the fight, these heroes will not be particularly relevant. So you're essentially fighting 2v5 with a little bit of support.
Right.
You need mega farm carries. Buying back is a crippling blow.
Yeah. I mean, he was, again, it's just one of those deaths that you can't afford to have. And you could argue he's close to his base, it's not his fault, but still dying in that position shouldn't have happened, I don't believe.
That's loser talk. Come on. You die, it's your fault. End of discussion.
That sounds...
Unless you're a support and you're saving your carry. Then you play the carry.
Yes, always. Top lane, of course, the racks have been traded, so it's a racks out for the racks bid. That's I guess the one good thing going for LGD is right. They got the melee racks in the top lane, and then eventually they were able to secure the range racks right after, I think, just Creep's getting it, I believe. And that's one thing going the way of LGD. OG are on the hunt for aggressive, but he's able to TP out and they'll find the illusions, but that's not what they want. They'd rather much find the hero. Certain Mantle Illusion, Illusion Rune or Disruption Rune, I believe, coming, or Disruption, excuse me, from the Shadow Demon.
In the mid lane, Moon creeps up. Never ever afraid of nothing and nobody.
Smoke from LGD. This feels like it could be
easily broken.
with that or the game ending, one of the two, I feel like.
The issue for them is they're smoky when this bottom lane is about to dissipate. So they have a very small window here, Mod. They need to connect on a big kill probably in the next 10 to 15 seconds or OG are going to know what's up.
They see the illusion. They should know that that is, of course, going to be the replicate, but...
The downside to scouting with the replicate is you just feed No-Tail a max statically. And we've seen it every single fight.
He's walking up, though. They could easily
Hey, No-Tail, come over this way, buddy.
OG are like, something seems amiss here. They're split
Already,
up now.
they've seen, though, there's a dire war.
They're gonna make it out. Miracle will get Imperial Blade, press the attack, and get it all to himself, and now the Adaptive Strike will come through. He's in trouble, and Tail will miss. That's getting chased down. He's got to get something going here with the team. They can't find it. Silence under one, shout, it looks like he'll be the martyr for the cause. Magnetize to come out. Meanwhile, on the backside, I believe they did use just the right click maybe to get that kill.
The Silver Omni Slash here, trying to kind of juke and dive, but nails them with the duel, finds the kill, Baby's back into the fray, he gets off the Omni Slash, will there be an armlet toggle to get out of this one? He gets juggled the wrong way, away from the Legion, they just can't kill Miracle. Whipped, impaled, Omni Slash is not bouncing correctly, a bit of misfortune, but also some outplay, ends in a 2 for 4. Either a Roche or a second lane of Rax could be theirs to take.
Aggressive's just too far up. He's going for what, Miracle in that position, and Miracle just blinks in and he's like, I'll take that duel, thank you very much.
If Xiao8 lands that Impale, Miracle's dead. And that's a completely different fight.
Yep.
Just great individual play by Miracle, but that's an Impale you can land. Miracle just outplayed him.
Xiao8 having a bit of a rough game. In fact, all of LGD not playing particularly well. I can't think of a really single solid play from LGD that was like, wow, they did really well there. Everything has been just, like you said, misfortune.
They have incredibly talented players.
Oh, absolutely.
They're not the ones making the big plays this game. Sometimes you show up a little short, but for LGD, another bad fight or two like that, OG are going to get a second lane of Rax, and then the game becomes an extremely uphill climb. For now, though, Mott, it's not out of reach. It's not good. 13,000 gold deficit, down a lane of Rax.
Oh, if they see Xiao8,
but this is an advantage you can come back from.
Moon is going to get a lasso, and they're going to probably find this kill. I think
he wants help. He's waiting for
they're coming. Oh, the point out! Xiao8. That time he makes the play to make sure he stays alive, and that was dangerous.
Speaking of individual plays, a little thing like that means maybe you can contest Roche.
If
he dies there, it's an auto free.
Exactly. It can go a long way. But now the question is for LGD, can you get over there in time? Because look how fast this is falling.
They're out of smoke, so actually I don't think they can contest Roche. They're going to draw the line. They will try. And they may get there.
You have to go for it. You can't give up Aegis and Cheese again. They're not nobody though. They're just pushing in right now. They're going to wrap around.
They're going to be too late, Mod. This could get ugly.
It's about to go down, and they'll take it. Do they contest? Do they go for a fight after Roche is dead? They've got the replicate rolling. Roller crit finds a boulder smash. Can't connect on it though. As the blink comes away, I believe maybe. And they make, I think, yes, you could call it the smart play and backing up. They should see Xiao8. They don't actually have the gem up that's on the Bat Rider, and he's already back to stage dealing with a giant tier 4 tower.
This next push is going to be so scary for LGD as they face an Aegis, a Cheese, as well as a Butterfly on No-Tail.
Yeah.
And you can't shotgun No-Tail down. He's got his height. You're not going to kill him that way, so...
Not to mention
you have to be able to right-click him down.
Actually...
And that's where you'd like to have an MKB on these carries, but I'm not sure anyone's going to be able to pick one up.
I'm surprised only at 1700 HP. I feel like we should have more, but he doesn't have any real stat items.
His effective HP is much higher, but
yes.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point that No-Tail getting, maybe an Ags, more likely, I think something like a Scotty, like a heavy stats item to round out this build would be the way to go. He is a bit lacking in just the raw HP department, but still his effective HP is much higher.
See what No-Tail decides to go for, as I think your best bet for LGD, if you can't get a pick and take a team fight, is probably to somehow get that top lane pushed in and or at least anti-creep wave pushed in and go for maybe a tier 4 tower kind of trade, base race, something might be good, I suppose. It's
1-to-1 as far as lanes of Rex go. It's more, I don't see LGD fighting, so they have to always keep the lanes pushed out so they can go for that base race.
Oh, this smoke is really good. They're following the replicate, so if the Morphling decides to come down, Well, they're going to find him
on the move, and he's going to find MMY. This is a freebie.
Yeah, that's just, he can just love himself, and he probably will. His team is not coming in anytime soon, and he
elsewhere. Look what they found, Mon. They found Miracle caught out in the trees. A massive takedown. If they can get it, but he goes for the mantle.
Wow! And they get it to aggressive. That's what?
I'll take it. And they're Blade Fury to prevent the breakout. Miracle cannot outplay all of LGD. They will bring him down. Twice Aegis deleted. And all of that only for a Shadow Demon.
They are so happy.
He was playing that correctly. When your team's going for a 4-man smoke play and you're on the other side of the map, you either go to join the team, you go hide in the base, or you at least hide in the trees. But Xiao8 found him. Huge pick off there. And that's a crucial one. Without that, I think OG are threatening high ground here for a second Rex.
They would have gotten that kill. The lanes were pushed out enough that they could have just gone straight down in, and you saw them doing that. And once he died, they had to back off. There's the Blade Fury coming up from Navi. They have the Laxon coming through. They're going to catch him. But they rush to get in, and now Boo's actually going down. He's going to get adapted to and he's going to go down. 75. No buyback, and now No Tail might be in trouble. He's got cheese. They're going to back away from LGD. I don't think there's going to be any further follow-up here, at least not for the time being. That's a significant kill going the way of the LGD.
The structural advantage is going the LGD way. Mon, they picked out a tier 4 tower. Another grab for their squad, and we talked about individual players needing to step up. Maybe 5 minutes ago, Xiao8 has stepped up now 3 times. The blink dodge on the Moon Lasso attempt, finding Miracle in the trees, the instant blink carapace before Moon BKB there.
Yes.
But I think that's just a blunder by Moon as well. You have to just BKB right away. It's nice to have a 10-second duration, but at this stage of the game, finding the kill is what matters. It's not like early game where you can be a bit greedier. Kills at this point cost you tier 4s, cost you racks. You have to be a little more judicious with the BKB usage there.
I think so, and that will... Who knows if it's going to come back to haunt them. It's still a 12,000 net worth advantage coming up for OG. They still have... I mean, the racks are even at this point. It's starting to get to that point where it's getting late in the game. We talked about LGD's late game potential with a Morphling and a Juggernaut.
With a max Bloodlust as well. This is
the attack speed is huge.
One of the strongest buffs, I think, up there with the likes of Empower, maybe Venjara as just a disgusting damage buff. Because the thing is, it's not even just the attack speed. Moving faster means you're hitting harder and also able to effectively reposition yourself in the fight. So it increases your effective DPS even if it doesn't boost like the raw number you see on the hero bar by a significant margin.
That is an MKB for maybe flying on too, and we talked about it, the Butterfly, and we talked about how there's not that much HP for Razor. And so his Butterfly now being completely countered out by a Juggernaut makes it so he does have the Shivas, he's got some good armor, he has a pipe for the magic damage, but he just doesn't have the stats to maybe stay alive from something like an Omni-Slash solo on him.
LGD, every Xiao8 team, whatever their style, has always been known for their vaunted late game.
Yes.
They come into this one with Banana, they come in with the stand-in, they've looked shaky, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But come late game, there are few captains who have a better proven track record than Xiao8, and although LGD are not out of the woods yet, they're showing some signs of life. I think OG, recognizing that, are battening down the hatches. Fly is going to be huge for them here down the stretch. Keeping the team calm, keeping them focused, making sure they're identifying the right objectives, and that also means not giving up those picks, because every pick you give up gives LGD 2, 3, 4 minutes to farm, and gives them the opportunity to maybe take a lane of racks, get those lanes pushed out, set up for the next fight in a more effective way.
Xiao8 in the free line has now picked up Moon's gem, and he previously was being killed by so very often, but now he's the one with the vision and the true sight. But they can't push the tier 2 tower. Although they do take it, they will trade in the end. Last tower for LGD. I'm surprised to stay alive so long. This actually makes it a lot easier.
Crit has a heck
That is, I can't believe he has enough money for that item, but he's got it. And they're going to smoke immediately at that secret shop. No vision for LGD to see it. They're going to draw a line straight down to bottom. They want to push out bottom and make sure they can find aggressive, but he's TPing home. And instead,
they scan. They find
attention towards mid, I think.
LGD's home. Does OGD dare? Does OG dare do it? Do they dare breach this base and dive deep? Will they lasso a replicant?
Moon is now, his smoke is dissipated. Vision has scouted him out.
I'm so excited I just called them OGD and you didn't even call me out on it.
I listen. I don't know, dude. I'm excited too, let's be honest here. This is actually...
I have the Dota fever. What I say?
This is going to be a crazy game. I think this might end up being a shocking finish. I think OG, they've had opportunities to be able to finish this game, and that top lane of racks might come back to haunt them. OGD, we'll see how they play out here as we get towards that late game.
They creep in, replicate, aggressive, joining the squad all of a sudden, leaving his illusions to hold that mid lane. But Xiao out in front has the gem, but Moon has the BKB. He goes, Xiao jumps out, and it looks like maybe nothing.
Instead of being judicious with that BKB, I think he was a little bit too overeager.
He took that to heart.
Yeah, I think so. And so that's now down, and I think that was his 10-second. No, actually, he's used it a couple of times. That was his 8-second. I don't know where he's used it. I haven't seen too many of his charges, but
we're now 47 minutes in. I know a lot of you just joining us, guys. Game 1 of this 2-game set between LGD and OG. It was a dominant opening from OG. They went for a lane of racks mid. LGD managed to split push with aggressive, took their own. There was some very clever usage of the replicate. They ended up giving up a couple of key core kills, but OG did not convert that into a second, third lane of racks, and now we find ourselves 1-1 as far as lanes go. An advantage for OG, but a very mild one at 48 minutes, only 8,000 gold. Mott, this is truly anyone's game for the day.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what Aggressive's going to go next. If he didn't have to buy back there, he would be in such a good position. He should be at the top of the net worth. Maybe is in that position now. Aggressive has died too many times really to be far ahead. In fact, he's kind of on par with Miracle, which is pretty shocking, actually. Like, Miracle, ever since buying that Assault Cuirass, he's really been stifled. I think it's just been LGD playing very passively, making sure they are able to find the split push, making sure they're able to find ways to survive, and actually the kills on Miracle earlier were really significant as well, because again, that would have turned into probably more than just a Rax had Miracle, had they got that kill on that MMY, and they could have just pushed down mid, but...
So you can, crit can come up big here. Scouting about with the Hex, maybe looking for an opening. Does see Banana walking down the river. He's going to go in with an initiation, Blink Hex.
That's awkward.
Just by the way, yeah, I have a Hex. You have nothing, Ogre. They're looking for a jump, and it's on to Xiao, but the Perk comes out onto Moon. He's getting focused on Rabbit quickly. Aggressive. Turf is around, blows him up. Will he get focused on Miracle? No, he tries to run away. He threw the duel, and now he gets shotgun. They're chasing Mott.
They're dead for 80 seconds. They've got to buy back and fly. Will be next. No, the Icarus dive comes through, but one more right click from Aggressive. He turned. He actually thought he had gotten the kill, but he was making sure he secured that, gets the double. They are 3 dead for OG. Moon doesn't have buyback here in LGD. They're in a position that they can finally start pushing down this mid lane and find another
set of racks. They say maybe it's going to shove in top.
They want to force these buybacks out.
They might be going for tier 4s, Mott.
They have to buy back here momentarily. Yeah, they will on the Phoenix. We'll see if there's going to be a Miracle buyback. Still, no push in mid lane. There's the Hex coming up. They found one down bottom. It's going to be Xiao, but they can't follow up now. It looks like Fly will be able to just sit back. No Jill still dealing with mid.
They want to force the Legion or the Bat buyback, ideally, and they're hoping Roche is up as they jump into the pit. It's like 2 seconds away.
There
they stick around.
It's like Aggressive. Don't you leave that pit, man. Stay in that pit.
And you're imagine because there's still 1 minute until the potential longest respawn, but here we go.
Xiao gonna come in. He's just gonna be elbow and break him through. He is way too early. Gets blown up by the shotgun.
Now no tail coming next. So yeah, probably.
Omni slash, and that's it. He's done. He doesn't have buyback for 80 seconds. That is exactly what I was talking about.
Just like that, a 5v3 power play can fly, save the day. The egg comes through from the cliff. Stunned on the maybe, but he Fury dodges the damage. And he'll continue to work on the road. Can Miracle steal this? Can Moon make the plays? They last him wide. They're going to drag the Shadow, give it back. Going for the Grand Theft Aegis.
Can he get it done? He's got the Assault Cuirass. They don't know what's happening. He's about to pick it up. Jesus there as well. And he kills it. Miracle's got to get out now.
Oh, insult to injury though. OG losing a third hero also without buyback. Was it worth it? Miracle, he might have knifed MMR, but LGD have 5 heroes alive.
There's no buybacks.
And just like that, for the jugular, onto the throne. They're going to take this game 1, barring a Miracle.
And he's got plenty. He has the Aegis. He has got a lot of damage. He's going to work. He's going to get a Ethereum Blade, and they want this throne. They use the clip. It's now done. They even use him any way to lock Miracle down. Stop him from doing any work. It's about to go down, LG, and there it is.
GG, LGD, snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. They have absolutely robbed OG of a Game 1 victory. Anybody who thought this team wouldn't come to play with Banana as a stand